The damage is done, and it will be long lasting. That there was a precedent set that, okay, this is something that we do in politics now. From Pushback, David, Denver law school judges have the ability to reason and process. Ivy League school judges are emotional and political and lack the ability to reason and process. Bad ideas are getting exposed by logical people who can
the legalistic bullshit democracy.
So I don't know who this is. If anybody can, I guess Chef Nerd, but I don't know who that is. But let's see what he's got to say.
The right of the people to vote for candidates approved by liberal judges. And yes, Jake Howell, all these judges were Democratic appointments. I think this case makes clear that the point of all of this lawfare against Trump is to keep
lawfare. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Off the ballot. Until now, they've been pretending it's about something else. And I think this decision rips the mask off all the legalistic bullshit that we've heard throughout 2023. I mean, Democrats don't really give a damn whether he paid off a porn star or kept classified documents or supposedly led a racketeering conspiracy. They just don't want him standing for a vote that he might win. And I feel like all the time we spent on this pod earnestly debating the details and legalities of the documents case, it was a total sucker's game. That's the narrative they want us engaging in. It never had anything to do with documents. They just want to keep them off the ballot. And I think that by being so naked about this, by ripping the mask off what they're trying to do, the Colorado Supreme Court has really done us all a favor. I mean, the Supreme Court of the United States is surely going to reject this decision.
They better. I mean, they better. It's clear as day when you read the 14th Amendment that this is not how it's supposed to be applied, but we'll see.
But the lasting impact is going to be in revealing liberalism's true face. They are the real authoritarians. And while restricting the right of the people to vote for the candidate who is leading the polls right now, they proclaim that they're saving democracy. I mean, they self-glorify and engage in this self-righteous rhetoric that they're saving democracy.
We have to save your democracy by ending your democracy.
I mean, the rest of the country, any normal person is looking at this and saying these people have completely lost touch with reality. Yep. Completely lost touch.
The other unfortunate outcome of this is that there will be a wave where people will talk about the big steal as this. And what people will say is that there was an attempt by the Democrats to really roadblock Trump's ability to be voted up and down by the American people. And that's disenfranchising the ability for people to vote. And I think that that's really unfortunate. And I wish that the Democrats would have thought about that in their calculus before engaging in what is really a deeply partisan thing to do. This will get overturned, but the damage, will be long lasting. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I completely agree there that the damage is done and it will be long lasting. That there was a precedent set that, okay, this is something that we do in politics now. And I don't think it was worth it. Do I think that Donald Trump broke the law? Yes. Do I think it was worth it to go down this road and set that precedent? No.
Fortunately, that's a shame.
Totally. And Matt Taibbi had a good line. He said that only people who live in a bubble, within a bubble, within a bubble could ever think a decision like this is a good idea. Here are the three bubbles. Number one, all of these judges were Democratic appointments. So living within the Democratic Party is the first bubble. The second bubble was the fact that they all went to Ivy League schools. This was actually a 4-3 decision. The 4 justices who went to the Ivy Leagues all voted for it. They thought this was a good idea. The 3.
So that gives us the context of the what PBD was saying, that the people who are at Ivy League school judges are emotional and political and lack the ability to reason and process.
That went to Denver Law School. The non-Ivy League school were all against it and wrote scathing dissents against it.
Imagine
so that tells you the second bubble is the Ivy League. The third bubble is people who've been totally marinating in the mainstream media and their coverage of this because they think that they can just conclude that Trump is guilty of an insurrection because it's just a fact according to the media they listen to.
Yeah, and it's almost cliche at this point to talk mainstream media. But it's still working people over. I mean, it's still working people over. Well, let's finish.
Trump has never been convicted of that crime.
He's never been charged of that crime.
He's never even been charged with it.
Bingo. There we go. Thank you, Ayush. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely telling that there's like, I remember Alan Dershowitz was also, you know, a liberal lawyer saying that this is not right. It's not right. You don't have to enjoy the man to understand that this is wrong. And it's terrifying that there's people who just, they don't care. They're like, I don't care that it's wrong. I'm just going to believe the other people that told me it's right and not look into it. And it's right. Moot said one bubble is they're not insane. Second bubble is they're educated. Oh, they're educated. They are very educated. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.